Master Babaji, what's coming in 2022? JJK, a year ago, in the message What's Going On in 2021, I was told on the subject of Corona, the game continues for now, and ends as suddenly as it began. Today, Corona is more present than ever. Did I hear that incorrectly? Babaji, the new one is making its way, the new humanity is growing up, and the golden age is now being established. First, everything that has held this world together until now is breaking down. It is disintegrating. And no longer growing. Corona is present, because the forces still in power use it to achieve their goals. Corona as a disease has joined those phenomena that keep coming, and that have to be dealt with by the human immune system. So Corona has disappeared, and yet, it is still there. That is the inventory for this new year of 2022, that is now beginning. JJK, so what can we expect? Discord, and contrariness. Babaji, this year will show all the brokenness of people, and the contrariness. The old is no longer working, and the new is not yet established. Many people, more than ever before, will no longer see a solution in the promises of salvation made by the old powers, and will go in search of it themselves. Thus the coming year is a year of departure, and the year in which opposites unite. This year will bring out the separation even more for some, and others will make new connections. It is a year of doubt. Many people will not know what to do now, and how to deal with the knowledge they have gained. How can what drives you inside be turned into reality? Is it possible? Will I succeed? And will the system torpedo me? Questions about questions that need a solution. Light, and shadow. The year 2022 brings man to the level where he tries to unite the opposites. Mature souls will celebrate great successes in this, but people who have neglected their own healing work until now will face almost unsolvable problems. The old does not work anymore, and for the new the courage is missing. Thus the dichotomy in humans is to be summarized. Light, and shadow alternate steadily in this year. Great, new, and lightful projects arise just as with all force the ruling system is to be extended. The coming year will take place in this field of tension. The polarity between negative, and positive, that all things have two sides, and that it is nonsensical to argue about it, will become apparent this year. That is, whoever tackles, and initiates new luminous projects, whoever simply says goodbye to the old system, and seeks new ways, has very good conditions for it this year. Where there is shadow, there is always light. There are always two sides to the coin, and it is a matter of which side you choose now. 2022 contains the zero as a circle, the circle as a symbol of the perfect unity in God. The circle symbolizes the impulses of creation that emanate this year from the original source of all being. So that you can overcome the division, and perceive the two as a bridge to the next, and not as a dividing line, this connection to the zero exists. In this year, it is possible to unite the opposites, and many people will go this way very successfully. People will be confronted with their karma for better, or for worse. What people are holding on to now will break away, or be taken away. The new has room for the newborn human being. The year of farewells. So this year is also a year of goodbyes. Many people will leave this plane of being. The consequences of their own karmic destinies, and the inhuman politics of the last 2 years are now becoming apparent. However, above all there is the divine work, and the grace of God. in the greatest distress you will be helped. This characteristic is from now on the constant companion of those people who have consecrated themselves to God, and dedicated themselves to life. It is the time of God's infinite grace. People who listen to their hearts, and courageously take their lives into their own hands will experience great support. This is the second side of the coin. Who is ready to get involved in life, and to question the old patterns of thinking and acting, will experience encouragement from God and the angels to an unprecedented extent. Lightful projects find now the best conditions for the realization. What many still lack is courage, the courage to listen to the heart, and not to let the mind dictate life. Fears, doubts, or worries always occur where a person moves away from his inner voice. Where he relies on security instead of courageously treading new paths. Doubt, or trust in God, timidity, or devotion, courage, or discouragement, this is the choice people will have to make this year. There is no way around it. You are the conquerors of your life. You can regain your self-determined life this year, if you pursue it with all your might, and turn to God with all your heart. Everything is given to you. You only need to accept it. People who choose a different way of life, and choose the timeline of artificial intelligence fall out of your life. They no longer matter. Relationships are changing radically. This year, the quality of relationships will be crucial, and it is no longer quantity that will fulfill you. Who cares about 1,000 acquaintances when all you need is one real friend? Thus, it is a year when a great many relationships end. They simply don't continue, because you, in particular, lose interest in them. Business relationships also change radically. Those who can no longer identify with their company will leave. For some, the current measures are only a shock at first, but they will turn out to be a blessing in disguise. Those who say no to this genetic intervention until the end will draw a great deal of strength and confidence from their steadfastness, and derive a great deal of courage from it for their future actions. That what you have experienced in 2021 in rudiments, becomes now determining the reconquest of your self-determination. The 3 2s, 2022, symbolize the creation in its totality. They add up to 6, which means that we are entering a perfect age. For this, everything that stands in the way must be removed. So the great cleansing continues, and reaches new dimensions. Mother Earth is shaking, Earth masses are coming into motion, and the energy for this is being provided by the central sun. You will be torn, and led to decisions, and only then, when you have recognized the right solution in the impossibility, peace, and an unbelievable fulfillment will occur. All of you who are courageously breaking new ground will be seized by this feeling of happiness this year. You will be confirmed in your courageous actions. People connect. In this way, you will learn to trust your decisions, and no more beatings will be put in your way when you implement them. This year, it comes down to recognizing what you want, and being willing to commit to it. Where are you putting your energy? Anything is possible, and anything will happen, for better, or worse. You have a choice, and you are in control of your life. Ambiguity becomes unambiguity, and separation becomes the line that connects more, and more people. This is the year 2022. Sufficient energy for transformation continues to reach the earth from the Divine Being. To open your heart, to be under God's protection, and to find your spiritual path with the help of the powers of light, and then also be ready to go, that is what matters for you now. Everything is taken care of, if you are ready to leave the prison of your thoughts, emotions, and opinions. The new time is here, the new life wants to be lived, with God as anchor, and with me as navigator. I love you infinitely, and I am always with you. Babaji. Channeled by Jan J. Castle. Translation to English by eraoflight.com.